Hello YouTube, I'm Toby. This right here is an Nvidia GT 9800. This is a very hot running card. It easily reaches 100 degrees Celsius during testing. So I figured that I might as well try and install something, some heatsink and fan that's a little more powerful, just to see if I can cool the poor card. Now the rig we're running in is my Lenovo ThinkCentre M58. Now this has been featured a couple times, or at least the stuff inside it has on this channel. In order to better cool the card, I found a large aluminum heatsink from somewhere in my stock. I also managed to find a fan. It's pretty much the same size as the old one, but I figured this one might be easier to install on the new heatsink. So I decided to take the old brass heatsink off and zip tie the new one on. First, of course, I had to remove the old thermal paste, apply some new one, and figure out what orientation I wanted. Now the orientation I chose may not be the best for the overall airflow, but the large heatsink wouldn't fit onto the motherboard the way it would be in the best configuration, so this is what I came up with. After I had installed the heatsink, I zip tied a fan onto it, and although this fan does not have the appropriate connectors, so I had to take the old connector off the other fan and solder it on to the new fan, and thus I could plug it in and help the cable mess a little bit. Now I was unsure whether the hot air from the heatsink would be stuck in its place, so I may have gone a little overkill, and I decided to hot glue the sixth fan in the system into the bottom of the computer case, pointing towards the graphics card just to get some airflow. I also opened up the back of the system so that the hot air could come out. Now I figured I'd just fire up the computer with the side panel off, just so I could see that all the fans were running. And as you can see, they are. Now I actually had to do one more modification. As it turns out, the heatsink wasn't making proper contact with the GPU die. I had to take a small stack of coins and put them under the heatsink. However, this made a tremendous difference that you will see in a little while. I also decided to go into MSI Afterburner and figure a new fan curve that's a little more aggressive than the one before it. The fan's pretty much always running at 100% right now. So I decided to fire up the Firmark preset 720p, and the score didn't change much. I still got the average 880 points that I always get with this graphics card, but the maximum temperature had fallen to 67 degrees Celsius, which is a major difference. Off camera I also ran the Resident Evil 6 benchmarking tool, and this was the same story. The graphics card never exceeded 67 degrees Celsius. So overall, I think this was a very good modification. It definitely helped the airflow and the cooling of the GPU, but with the side effect that now the computer is very loud and I don't have any spare fans laying around anymore, since all of them are in this system. If you count the fan in the power supply, this system actually has 6 fans now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching.